Hi, I'm Malcolm McDonald, ex-number 9 for Newcastle United, and you're watching Newcastle Fans TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to Newcastle Fans TV. My name is Will Dixon and welcome to another transfer video. However, in this transfer video, something has happened, which is Newcastle have finally signed a player, which I think everybody is very happy about. More relief than anything, really. We have signed Florian Lejeune, or Lejeune. I think great signing. From what I've seen, and especially a lot of stats that I've seen, he seems very, very promising. Seems to have a very good season in Ibar. I think he could be a great addition to our squad. I mean, I've talked about him a lot, as we have been said to be close to signing him for the past month, it seems. Another deal that has been done, it's not Newcastle, but a player that we've been linked to a lot, obviously. Tammy Abraham has now officially gone to Swansea on a season-long loan from Chelsea. Apparently he talked to Alfie Mawson on England international duty and seems to be quite attracted to that proposition. Also, Paul Clement has worked with him when he was at Chelsea under Carlo Ancelotti. We need to move on, look at other striking targets. I don't think this will hopefully affect us too much. There are lots of strikers out there, whether we just need to get the right one, and I'm very sure we will do. So this has been a big talking point. Obviously players have come back now, and there's a question mark over what will happen with our 4 goalkeepers. So we've got Tim Krul, Elliott, Darlow and Woodman, and all of them have got a good case to be staying at Newcastle and be part of a 3 that I think will make up our squad. Woodman is young, but obviously he did fantastically at the World Cup for the under-20s. Then you've got Tim Krul, who's been our number 1 for God knows how long, apart from last season when he was out on loan. Darlow was our first choice and the number 1 the whole of last season, and then Rob Elliott seems to be just a really good goalkeeper who never seems to put a foot wrong every time he's given a chance. So which one do you get rid of? It seems to be that possibly, just by the fact on who has already said at the club, that Tim Krul will be the fall guy here. See, I think Tim Krul will be given at least pre-season to assess what it is, but with Rafa so heavily linked to goalkeepers, you know, it's kind of a difficult thing to say, we're going to give Tim Krul a chance, but he might not be here. It's a difficult way to play it. We're going to have to see how it all turns out. The other goalkeeper we have been linked to is Joe Hart. So we were apparently one of a number of clubs interested, including West Ham, in Joe Hart. Man City want to let him go permanently. Joe Hart only seems to want to go on a loan, and every club that he's linked to seems to only want him on the loan at the minute. So it's a massive conflict of interest. The main reason all the clubs want him on the loan is because Manchester City, despite the fact they don't want him, seem to be demanding a £25 million fee, which is crazy money, and 125k weekly wages for Joe Hart. That is a huge amount of money for anyone that isn't in the top 6 clubs in England. That's a huge sum that we have to lay out. If the opportunity came up for us to sign him on loan, I think I would probably take it up, because although there's this thing about goalkeepers that play with their feet or can pass the ball, I find it very difficult to believe that Joe Hart, who's been playing football since probably the age of 3 and probably been playing in goal since the age of 6, I can't get my head around the concept that he can't pass a football. I'm very sure he can. I'm very sure he'd do a good job. But, is Reina much more sort of specific and instinctive in that role that maybe Rafa wants? I mean, we've seen it where we have used Darlow or Elliott to play the ball with the back line. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I think it's a difficult one to play. I've seen some questionable performances from Joe Hart, particularly for England. I think you all know which games I'm thinking about, mainly Iceland and even the recent one with Scotland. Gouffran's contract hasn't been signed yet. I'm not so sure why. I think it's expired now. We've been linked to Shea Ojo. We've been linked to players like Grosicki as well from Hull City. I think the Ojo one's very, very strange, because from what I've seen of him and from his profile, just him being 20 years old, English, Liverpool sort of seemingly think he's sort of destined for really good things. He seems very, very similar to Rolando Aarons, in my opinion, and left-sided player, left-footed, quick, young and English with a lot of potential. And when he has played, he has shown flashes of absolute brilliance. It is literally a mirror image. So I don't really understand why we would have him over Rolando Aarons. I would much rather go with a much more senior winger like a Townsend or a Grosicki, who I've seen a lot more of. I think he got 5 assists in 6 months with Hull, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for Hull City that is quite good. And quite a direct, pacey winger. Comparing both the left and the right. Good free kick taker, I believe, as well, but don't quote me on that. I think Grosicki would be a better signing. I would much rather see Grosicki come in. Also, I know we are linked to a lot of loan deals, but I don't think we're going to do that many, because I don't think Rafa's going to want to have this squad for this season, and the next season's squad is going to be drastically different before we've even started, just in loan. This Bakambu one, you know, a lot of fans picked up on this on Twitter. I think a few other sites picked up on this as well when Sky Sports said we were interested. Apparently West Ham have already had a £22 million bid rejected, which is again a big amount of money. Scored 11 goals for Villarreal, which is the club he is at, DR Congo player. Again, it's kind of this thing where, you know, this kid isn't proved in the Premier League at all. You know, he's playing in Spain. Seems to have, you know, got an alright goal return, but if you compare him to what we've already got, would you take him over Mitrovic? I think this signing, a Bakambu or someone like that, will only happen if Mitrovic leaves. I think that has to happen, especially by the fact that if we were to sell Mitrovic, we'd get 13 million. That's a big portion of this, you know, 22-25 million pounds that we would have to pay for Cedric Bakambu. So I think we're going to still be looking at Gray. I think there are a lot of reports linking us to him. I think if Murphy leaves, if Mitrovic leaves, we need two strikers. Gray, Bakambu, would that be a good three options for us to have? Let me know in the comments down below. Also another link, just to throw this one onto the end, we've been linked to Stefan O'Connor. If you don't know who this kid is, he's a free agent, can play right back or centre back, was at Arsenal. And was let go this summer. We apparently have been offered him on a 2-year deal. I mean, I have to be honest, I've never seen him play. Never ever. Would it be a good signing? Would it? I'm not sure, because I haven't seen him. I mean, we've already kind of explored this avenue before with Isaac Hayden, where I remember he came in, I was thinking, sure? You really sure? But he turned out to be, you know, one of our players of the season last year. Arsenal do make, you know, really good youngsters, and we'll have to wait and see how this one develops. As always, it's a manic time, but yes, we will get through it eventually. So yes, you've been watching Newcastle Fans TV. I've been Will Dixon, and I'll see you later. Bye.